Yes,
Precisely.
and as always, we are live.
What up, y'all?
Giving you a slice of unapologetic conversation.
Already.
Welcome to Straight to Tape. My name is C. Perry Elysia II, the Mr. Fantastic of podcasting's Fantastic Four. First, the comedian, professional joke slinger Tico de Gallo.
What it do, people? Y'all talk about it. I live it all day, every day, any
And
day,
Any day.
any day.
And twice on Sundays.
twice on Sunday.
on Sundays. 3 times if it's first Sunday. Oh, glory, glory greens.
Don't do it.
Stupid.
Don't do it.
And the first lady of S2T, the quintessential hip hop mom, Keisha with a Y.
Hey, what's up? I'm cute. I'm smart, and I cuss, and I'm not gonna not cuss today.
Nailed it.
Dang.
Nailed it. Finally got a catchphrase, baby. Love it.
Yes.
And the social media assassin, ladies and gentlemen, Big Rob Stud.
Ruggedly handsome, geekishly intelligent. I am the chosen one. I am here to bring balance to the force and make you think. You're going to do a lot of thinking tonight.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
sure are.
Yes.
Of course, the permanent guest host of Straight to Tape, joining us as always, MC Bishop Omega Ski.
You know what I mean? Out here doing for the old school. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say that I just signed a picture deal to play Rob in the Straight to Tape biography.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring it's a tell all. You know, I won't hold anything back. Sound right.
Good.
Hope I
Yeah,
get
so Perry, which version of me is he playing tonight?
This would be Woke Rob, okay? This is the 1995 version of
Okay.
Rob. We're still
How did he know, though? How did he know?
He channels him. He's a method actor.
method
Yeah,
acting.
Oh,
That's
James
great.
Dean out this bitch.
That's
Yeah.
great
James Dean.
acting skill. That's
Yeah.
all that is. He's
Yeah.
a great
Already,
actor.
and we haven't even started yet.
Top notch. We're still working on casting the pre 1995 Rob. Okay, so
With the high top fade.
with the high top fade, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still out here though. Still out this mug from Juice or whatever. He could, you know what I'm saying? I think he could play with makeup. You know what I'm saying? All I gotta do is just, you know what I'm saying, throw a little makeup, like lighten him up a little bit. That's it.
I mean, but you got to shoot
do a
upward. You got to
prosthetic.
shoot upward. That motherfucker's small as shit. You got to shoot upward. Rob's a
I'm
tall dude,
small
man.
too. I'm kind of picky myself. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm just saying, the angles is just you got to shoot upward. You know
Yeah,
what
it's
I'm
just
saying?
all
That's
how you
just-
film it.
Yeah.
We just got to find somebody that's 5'11" and play you. That's
Yeah,
it. We good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a couple of people in mind, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that
Okay.
goes.
That's
Okay,
that's the Felicia Mama basement, Rob.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fee if you're listening, if you're watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, you talking about when we were playing CeeLo in her basement.
Hey, wait. Save it for the movie, bro. Save it for the movie.
Yeah, save it for the
Save it for the
movie.
movie. Save that for the movie, for real.
Froze.
Yo, Ethan, welcome, Ethan.
What up, Ethan?
What's up,
What's up, E?
What up, E?
All right. Well, look, we're not even going to dilly and dally right now. Let's go ahead and get the show started, okay?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so shut up, Lord.
Hey, Felicia, listen, yo. That story has to be told one day, but we're gonna sit on it for right now.
Yeah.
But yeah. Famous
Yeah.
stories, man. Famous stories.
Yeah.
Famous
Oh
stories.
my god.
Yeah. So, I mean, the news story that's going on right now, that's killing the news networks, killing the newspapers, killing social media. Okay, is and I hate
Hornets?
to use that. Yeah, shut up. I hate to use the word. I hate to use the word killing in this case, but I mean, let's call it what it was. Which was the Ahmaud Arbery killing in South Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
A case where his murder occurred in February, and from February to Thursday of last week, we have an arrest. Yeah, I'll let somebody go ahead and jump in. What are your thoughts? Shoot, let's start with the hip hop mom.
Hurt and painful, shocking, kinda, but not really. There's a lot to unpack with this story already, and there's still a whole lot more that no one knows about yet. He was jogging, or he was walking in a neighborhood, or he was looking at a house that was being renovated. Gets approached by McDaniel's father and son, who cut him off. McMichael, sorry. Who cut him off. They both have guns. A fight ensues, and they shoot him dead in the middle of the street. They claim that they had him on video in previous weeks, burglaring the area. However, police in the area, I think USA Today uncovered that there'd been no reports of any burglaries back to January 1st was the last one.
Not only that, pause. Not only that, but the owner of that particular property where the construction is happening has come out and said that his property suffered no loss, no theft, or damage. Don't quote my direct words, but that's pretty much what he said.
On that day or any previous days.
Right.
Man, let me tell you, man. These motherfuckers out here drinking this damn Confederate craft ale shit, getting shit in their fucking mind, man. It's like, yo, so are we supposed to just stop at any white person and allow them to just sit here and question us and just, you know what I'm saying? That shit is fucking crazy as shit, yo. First of all, you come up in a truck, you pull me over. I don't know who you are. That's anybody. That's not black, white, Chinese. That's anybody. You pull over, I don't know you. And then you come questioning me about some shit. I don't have to talk to you. I don't know you.
Yeah.
And now you pulling guns on me. Of course I'm gonna fucking defend myself.
That's some holdover from, you know what I mean, black people having to show their fucking freedom papers and shit.
Exactly, man.
Right, not look a motherfucking eye.
To anybody, like, you know what I'm saying, they're not complying. Complying to whom? You feel what I'm saying? Who the fuck are you?
Right.
That's like me coming up to somebody, they'll just come knock on your door. Any white person just come up knock on your door. You know what? I see a whole bunch of white folks coming in here and a whole bunch of Van Halen playing. I believe y'all smoking marijuana up in here. Let me see.
Right.
Or because we all look alike. Let's say they all look alike to me, and somebody made me mad on the internet. Some white lady made me mad on the internet. So I'm out at Target shopping and I see what I think may possibly be that lady. So I just walk up and smack the fucking shit out of her because I thought that was her based on my memory, based on my, based on just, it is just so, there's so much. And my whole thing with this is, if he did take a wrench from that house, what right did these two men have to completely obliterate his due process? Yes, there is a citizen's arrest.
I was just about to say that.
Citizen's arrest. There are
been watching Andy Griffin, man. They've been watching them old Andy Griffin episodes and got that part with the mother. You know what I'm saying? Citizen's arrest.
But you approach me like Tico said. It could be any color person, male or female. I'm going about my business, whatever that business is. These men have completely taken away his not only life, but before that, his due process. Right. They made themselves sheriff, judge, jury, and fucking executioner in
And
3 fucking minutes, yo.
right.
3
I mean,
minutes.
at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying, going back to what you said with mistaken identity, that almost happened to me one time. Like, it's a true story. I almost beat somebody up in a wheelchair because I thought it was the dude that's on Facebook that was in a wheelchair talking junk to me, and I had to host a show, and a dude rolled up in a wheelchair at the show, and I was like, oh shit, homie wants to smoke. So I had already in my mind, knew I was gonna steal him first. I was just gonna punch him out of his chair. But then I said, hold on, Bishop. Go back to Facebook. Go back to Facebook and look at the dude's profile picture. It was a wrong dude. I'm glad I took the time out to see that.
Yeah,
But
all wheelchairs do look alike almost.
What I'm saying is like this. What's the chances of a dude being in a wheelchair? Because my man's like, because I hit my man's like, who's your man? He's like, chill, homeboy be spazzing. He just recently got in a wheelchair, yada yada. I said, oh, so I backed off and I just no longer talk to him on Facebook anymore, right? Then that same night, here come homie, and I'm saying homie was fresh too. He had the Jordan jumpsuit on with the nice fresh white Jordans that just popped out. He was awesome looking, you know what I'm saying? And my fat ass would have jumped on his ass. You know what I'm saying? This is probably his first night after the accident. You know what I'm saying? He just out here trying to have a good time. And Bishop Omega, the dude that's hosting the show, just comes and attacks him from a bar. That was, you know what I mean? So I'm sorry. That's a true story.
You make me so tired.
That is a true story.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's a true story. Exactly.
Great. He would have fucked the you would have fucked the price of his sneakers up, yo.
I would have.
He would have scuffed them jokers, yo, because you know.
I don't want none of what you about to say. I don't want.
Never give anybody money in a wheelchair if their bag, at the bottom of their shoes is dirty. Facts. If they roll up on you, if they roll up on you and they sneakers look, you know what I'm saying, the bottom of their sneakers is dirty, don't fuck with them.
What if these my pre-wheelchair sneakers though? You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna throw away my sneakers just because I hit a wheel. Yeah, I ain't gonna give a whole dude. My feet ain't shrink. I'm in a wheel. No, I'm not.
Man. I would figure you have a whole different mindset. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep these. They fresh to death. I'm rolling the streets. You know what I mean? I can't get them dirty. You know what I'm saying?
We're never gonna get any fucking sponsors. Ever. We're never gonna get any sponsors.
Guys, can we get off the wheelchair for a second?
I'm sorry.
Okay?
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
My bad.
so back to my example. So I thought I saw Karen, which is now a racial slur, but I thought I saw Karen in Target after she thought she bested me in a Facebook comments battle. And so I didn't check. I just walked up and smacked the shit out of Karen in Target.
Hypothetically.
What if? Hypothetically, right.
Hypothetically.
Right. That's what this is.
No, for the people that just walked in, because it sounded like you just did it. You just smacked Karen for no reason. Like,
That's what it sounds like.
if you just,
But for those of you just joining, that was an example. I've never smacked the shit out of anyone in my life. I'm a lover, and I fight sometimes.
That's what's up. What I'm saying though, yo, I mean, it's a jacked up situation. I mean, and that's not the only like sort of kind of case that this is. I remember reading a case, but you know, can't remember where it's at. That these people walked up to this house, which was the wrong home.
Oh, that was in Sampson County, North Carolina.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah. Walked up in their house, asked to walk up in their house, and when they were like no, and was getting ready to shut the door, they made their way in.
Well, let's put a little bit of perspective on that story, okay? Because with that story, it was 3 people, and one of them was, well, at the time, was a deputy. Okay,
there was one deputy, one county sheriff. They were both in uniform and both had guns. There were a bunch of other people there too. They were looking for a 15-year-old girl who would
we're gonna get to Candace Owens. We're gonna get to her.
We are.
Right.
Thanks, Jasmine.
So they knock on the door. They're looking for this 15-year-old girl. Somehow they got a hold of information that the girl was at this house that they were at. The house is inhabited by a senior in high school and his mother. He was playing his game. They knock on the door. He answers the door. His mother's asleep. They start beefing or whatever at the door. He doesn't let them in. He's standing at the door. The mother said something that reached down deep in my soul. She said, the commotion woke me up and I came to the door and I pushed my son so hard that he flew to the other side of the room. And so now she's talking to the sheriff and he's just basically like, let me in, Carol Ann. And she's like, no, you're not coming in. He's like, let me in. And she tried to close the door and he put his foot in the door sill. All the while, they have the name of the supposed person that they're looking for. It's not the name of the young man that lives in the house. Now, from an article I read earlier today, the boy that they were looking for lived in the house a few months ago, maybe a month or two ago, but he hadn't been there in a month or two. They had the wrong people. These guys are in their police uniforms trying to infiltrate this house, talking about, I'm gonna come in and then we're gonna talk about it, with a gun on his hip. No, sir, you're not. You're not.
Yeah,
it's a fucking lynch mob, yo. What the fuck is going on in this world? Like, what is going on?
Some old Rosewood shit that was about to play out. But I mean, and so going back to the Ahmaud Arbery case, people are trying to there was a graduation sign with the guy's name in the yard, and it clearly wasn't the dude they were looking for. I mean, that was some bullshit. So going back to Ahmaud Arbery, so he was jogging around the right side of the truck, and this is where, as if the whole thing isn't fucked up, this is a point of contention that divides people's opinions. He made a sharp left turn and went after the dude with the shotgun. Now, at that point, people are arguing when they started struggling over the shotgun. It's at that particular point, right then and there, that people are saying that that McMichael or whatever his name is justified in shooting him. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Hold on,
Tigo. Hold on.
I call bullshit on that because when I was taught in concealed carry class, if I start a confrontation and I have to use quote unquote deadly force, but I started the shit, then that's my ass. I'm the one that gets in trouble. You see what I'm saying? So here's the thing. He's jogging, minding his own fucking business. He jogs around the right side of the truck. He's trying to continue going on about his business. He sees somebody with a gun on him just a few feet away. Man, that's fight or flight, bro. Yeah. That's not him attacking that dude. It's not clear cut. You don't know that. That's not.
You should have just complied. You should have just complied.
Hold on. That's not clear cut him attacking the dude. That is fight or flight kicking in. He saw a gun. He might have been trying to pull the gun away from him so he could, run away with the gun and survive and shit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like we have to look at all sides. We can't just assume, oh, he turned around the truck and went attacked him. So at that point, it became a legal deadly force issue, and he's justified. It's a justifiable homicide. Get the fuck out of here.
Thank you. Black is bad though. Like whatever we try to do, like whatever the fuck we try to do, whether it's to save our own lives, our children's lives, our parents and our other family lives, whatever we try to do, even confronted with imminent danger, it's the wrong fucking choice. That's just what white people think. It is. This man was minding his business, running along the side of the road. Even if he did steal a fucking tool, you can't pull out a gun and shoot me.
Yeah. And also, when you look, when you're looking at self-defense, okay, and especially when you're looking at stand your ground, okay, didn't Ahmaud have the right to defend himself out of the danger of someone that is not a cop, well, not a practicing cop. Either way, not a cop, okay, who is trying to stop him with guns. Okay, so he didn't have a right to defend himself. He didn't have a right to protect himself. So when that, to me, that stand your ground both ways. Okay,
Right.
it can be stand your ground both ways. You only look at it from that one side, in defense of the person with the gun.
Right.
Get the
Right.
fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
We don't
Okay?
get due process.
Yeah.
We
No.
don't get it. None
Because
of it.
what it is it's like this. What you have to look at is we have to look at the whole brainwashing and the whole propaganda that America has set up to have that type of fear. You know what I'm saying? Because you're looking at cops and robbers, you're looking at all these different things that these people are selling on TV outside of hip hop and everything like that. And everything is be scared of the black dudes. And that's what they sorry. You can turn around. Okay, cool. I got my GoPuff came up and delivered my beer for me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to GoPuff. You know what I'm saying? Those are essential workers. Okay, you're good. You're kind of fun. Thank you very much. All right, sir. You have a nice one. That's a nice truck too. So okay.
Only on Straight to Tape. Only on Straight to Tape.
Go
Beer
Puff.
delivery.
Dude, ask them if they want to be a sponsor. Like for real. I mean, you just gave them the fucking shout out.
I mean, big time. Free pub.
Free pub all day. You know what I'm saying? My beers ain't cold though, so that's
and he got Coronas.
Holler at him on that sponsorship.
Yeah, for real.
If you sick of the corona.
But at the end of the day, it's like everything is plotted against us. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, so they got that vision. That's the reason why you get the automatic. We have to defend ourselves regardless at the end of the day, because guess what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I by show of hands and everybody's listening, who has ever been scared of a black person for no reason? Everybody across the board has to say, yo, I've been afraid of a group of black people, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like this. So because all of us have that bias. Now, if you take that bias and you put hatred on top of that shit, guess what you get? You get gun-toting rednecks that think they out here doing God's work. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like, and that's what it pulls down to. It's not about them, like I would say, more than anything, it's about fear. It's the whole, not that they're trying to be necessarily overpowering us, because they understand if they come on that energy, it's a different type of energy. But it's all about, I'm so scared. You know what I'm saying? Black men, the reason why we're in danger is because we make so many people feel less than. You know what I'm saying? When we step in a room, it's automatically a disruption because of everything that has gone on. You know what I'm saying? Everything that we're portrayed. You know what I mean? We're gangsters. We're this. You know what I'm saying? We're militant. We're just dangerous. We are not the beast to fuck with. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's like this. We are the pit bull off the leash. It's like this, like understandable. Like it doesn't matter how well trained a pit bull off the leash. If it's running towards you, you see murder in his eyes. Because it's an aggressive. All these stories we had. So that's what it is, man. So no, they shouldn't have shot that man. You know what I'm saying? First of all, they should have left him the fuck alone. You know what they should have done when he was running? This is the only thing they should have did.
Right.
Sit on the porch and wave. Call the fucking police.
Thank you. At worst, call the police. If you think something's suspicious, call the police. Let them deal with it. Keep your hands out of it. You've done your part.
Right.
And even in the 919 call, the motherfucker couldn't articulate. The 919 dispatcher was saying, well, 911. Yeah, did I say 919? Oh, 911. The dispatcher was like, what did he do? Okay, there's a black dude in a white shirt and khaki pants jogging in your neighborhood. What did he do? He went in that yard. Okay, what did he do? Like she or he kept asking probing questions. Is there something illegal that has taken place?
Right.
And then they were finally like, all right, we'll get the cops out there. And by that time,
you know what that sounds exactly just like? The Zimmerman case. When you hear the Zimmerman 911, what is he doing? No, sir, chill. Nah, this can't happen. This can't happen in my neighborhood again.
We got it East South Georgia. So I mean, it's like my thing is with this whole citizens arrest thing that they're trying to play, like the DA wrote that letter, saying that
Right.
the citizens arrest thing was perfectly legal, but that was in the commission of a crime. Am I not? Am I right?
No,
Right.
you're
They
correct.
had like
You're correct.
reasonable suspicion that he committed a crime. If anything, all they did was saw him coming off of that property. How many
Yep.
of us? How many of us on this panel and in the comments, anybody watching right now, how many of us have gone onto a construction site just to be nosy and look around?
Or dream.
By a show of hands.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
Or
that's
dream.
That's right. That's
And
right.
if they're building a house, you can look at it.
You can
Yeah,
look at
you
it.
go inside, see what you
Now-
like, say what you can, you know what I'm saying, what you picture in your mind of your house that you want in
Right.
your house. How
Right.
you like
So-
your house
One
to be
day.
laid out.
So my
But this
thing-
property was a home already that was being extended and renovated. So there is a home there,
Mhm.
but they were expanding the home. I just want to clarify on that. It wasn't
Right,
just
so-
like what do you call it? Frame
Right,
Uh-huh.
framed
and
up
stuff
house.
like that up. There was a house. There's a house attached to that construction part.
Right. It's not right. T, it's not illegal to go and look at those. You know what I'm saying? So what the fuck was he gonna do? He had on a t-shirt and khakis. What the fuck is he gonna carry? Some drywall, a big ass bag of cement? I mean, what was he possibly stealing? And the owner of the house has come out and said that there was no damage and or loss at the property.
First of all,
Right.
it's not
We
illegal.
got to reiterate that. So
Even if he wanted to rob, I'm sorry, Rob, but
No,
even if he wanted to rob the place, it's not illegal to case the joint.
right. So right. I mean, yeah, but keep it real. It's not.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. Though.
If anything, they just saw him running off the property, but they didn't see any commission of a crime because there wasn't a crime. Even the Georgia Bureau of Investigation has concluded that there wasn't a crime having been committed at that particular time. What the fuck
Right.
is the problem?
Yo,
What's the
Rob,
problem?
it says here, a citizen's arrest. You tell a suspect plainly that you're making a citizen's arrest and that you are holding him or her until the police arrive. Number 2, you call the police. Number 3, you ask the person for his or her cooperation until the police arrive. And then number 4, avoid using force if all possible and use it to a minimum possible otherwise.
Well, you got a scary black man. Killing him is the minimum possible.
Yeah, well, you know.
In
And
fact, your
also-
t-shirt.
Because there's nothing
right,
more scary. There's nothing more scarier with me holding a gun than a man that don't have one.
Ooh,
Right. See,
Tell you, look,
that shit is fucking
know that
spooky to
game.
me. That's
he
just
was
spooky.
on an
That's
all-target
why.
gang.
That's why I don't carry no gun. I want to be scary as a motherfucker.
And not only that, no place to truly carry it. Okay, unless he had a shoulder strap. Okay,
Right.
if he was jogging, all right, how are you gonna tuck that in your shorts? You know it's gonna drop out every 3 to 4 steps.
right.
Cats don't watch a lot of movies, man.
Yo, like at the end of the day, it's like this. Like, it's a sad thing to say this right here. As being a black male, you know what I'm saying? It's like this. It's crazy how afraid motherfuckers are of you. 100% freaking afraid of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? The fear, like, you know what I'm saying? I probably got 90% of my white friends because they were scared of me at first. It's better to be cool with the bear than it is not to be cool with the bear. Hey, how you doing? Let me be polite to this guy because he looks a little off. And that's a sad place to be, man. It's a sad power to have. You know what I'm saying? Because if you at a certain size as a black dude, I'm 5'8", you know what I'm saying? But like my younger brother is 6'4", 270. They're gonna start at deadly force with him. Because you understand that that the power behind how big that man is, it's going, you know what I'm saying, all you think is one punch is gonna be murder. He's gonna kill me. You know what I'm saying? That's the fucked up thing about America. You know what I'm saying? Unless you put his big ass on TV with some gold, and then he's in the NFL, then he's safe. He's
Nah,
He's not even safe then.
White folks found out that we learned the 5 fingers of death and pass it on to our children, so they just try to wipe us out.
We have some secret
That's what we do. That's what we pass the 5 fingers of death down to our kids. So you know what I'm saying, and that's what
100 case palm.
exactly.
I'm raising 3 big ass black men, and shit like this it takes so much out of me because it's something fucking else for me to worry about when they are not in my sight. Like, to think that even if my kids, and again, I'm done with the, well, what did he do? He didn't do anything worthy of being shot dead like a dog in the street. Nothing. Nothing. I don't care if he broke everybody's window on that fucking street. I don't care if he stole all the tools and all the bags of concrete out of that construction house.
Running down the street with a wheelbarrow and shit.
Right.
Is it your concrete? My thing is it my tools and my concrete?
Right.
If you
no one,
I ain't got no reason to shoot you. I don't have that. First of all, they probably don't even fuck with John like that in the first place. They probably don't even fuck with their neighbor like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
right. That's why he told it. That's why he told it. But no one, and white people have to get over the notion that we owe them shit, that we are subservient, that we have to. He should have just complied. For what?
You're not.
How? Why? What gives you the right? If someone walked up to your white ass, if a black ass walked up to your white ass and you jaywalked across the street,
you said,
hey, I'm making a citizen arrest, and pull out a fucking shotgun, what would you do?
We would be shot.
Thank you. And it actually kills me that the lawyer that initially put out the video, his reasoning for putting out the video was it's going to show that it exonerates the McMichaels,
which even furthers the argument that they think we owe them some shit. Like,
right?
I don't owe you shit. I pay taxes. If he lives in that county, he had every right to run down the middle of that fucking street and zigzag if he wanted to. I'm a tax-paying citizen. I get to do what the fuck I want to do.
I get to case out abandoned houses that's being renovated because I pay taxes. As long as I don't take shit, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter if he, because you know what they're going to do now? They're going to pull up his criminal background.
Oh, he's already done
that. Oh, he did this.
Matter of fact, in that letter, and shout out to Ethan for forwarding that to me. In that letter from the DA before he recused himself and all that, he said that he mentioned his background and the fact that he had some prior charges as what's the word I'm looking for, as like a precedent for this quote unquote behavior of running up in his house and allegedly stealing something from that construction site.
Can I say this right here?
It's already been done, Bishop.
And that's what gets on me. Because guess what? It doesn't matter if I have priors. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if I have priors or anything like that. Because the fact is, it's not illegal for me to be on the street. It's not illegal for me to jog. It's not illegal for me to check out a house. It's not illegal for me. You know what I'm saying? Even if I was going to join, as long as you, first of all, you didn't see me take anything out of the house. That's where the citizen arrest comes into place. Am I correct? Because you would have to look at me, physically pull a tool out of the house and run. Okay, then you want to be
rip the copper pipes out.
Right. Then you want to be a good guy. Okay, then you be the hero. You know what I'm saying? But first of all, you being a hero, it's two of y'all, it's one of me. First of all, he was probably like what, maybe 150 pounds soaking wet. The kid wasn't that big. You and your son are 200 pounds plus, easy. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all got guns.
Not even pulled y'all guns out.
One thing I will never forget, and this story goes back years, but y'all remember when the little black boy got away from his mama it might have been a zoo in New York or whatever.
Right.
and it was in the bear or the tiger cage. And they got him out. Everything was safe. But the news the next day,
they shot the damn animal.
Well, yeah, they shot the. Was that Harambe? It wasn't Harambe. It was. Yeah. Was it Harambe?
Harambe. Yeah.
Why did they go dig up the daddy's criminal record? The daddy wasn't even fucking at the zoo.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It was the mama at the zoo. But in several news reports the next day, they had the daddy's criminal record sprawled out for all to see. When one, he wasn't there, and two, that does not fucking make a difference on why his baby was
DNA.
in the damn gorilla cage.
Right. DNA. If his daddy do, if daddy does shit, he'll do it too.
But it's just that I always go back to that example as far as smearing a victim, right?
Right. Yeah.
It has nothing to do with anything, but they want to paint a picture of something that doesn't exist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like black people don't get a chance to rehabilitate. We don't get a chance to pay for our crimes and then move on with our lives. Like we don't get that. We're always, we're even before we commit any crimes, we're always painted as criminals anyway. But then when I had this list of crimes that you committed 13 years ago,
right?
There's no possible way that that's long enough on God's green earth for him to repent for his sins and be a new man.
Right.
The only way you can do that is through death.
Right.
Yeah.
He has to be cleansed in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Ever since Prince died, shit has been weird.
Yeah. Right. But that stuff's in the weight of in the water.
Schmear, Candace, smearing.
So okay, and I probably know that there are white people listening and watching right now that think right off rip that we're some racist pieces of shit, which is
them Negroes again.
So far from the truth. Because everybody sitting here on this panel, I hate to say it, man. I really hate to say it.
Say it.
Go ahead and say it.
I hate to say it. No, seriously, I hate to
say it
because this is part of their playbook too. But everybody on this panel has white friends, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Boost my credit score up.
Do we not?
Well, Chico's fucking 21% white.
And I'm 21%. I'm 21% European.
21% European. So that's my white friend sitting right there, right here.
Yeah. And I'm sure that the Perry and the other light skinned one, they got some white in their family.
Hold on. You don't know this might have came from Dominican and infusion with Puerto Ricans. I could be from a long line of just beige Africans.
Good point. Good point, my light skinned brother.
I could have been pulled out of Madagascar instead of the regular.
Or you could have been just love childs of I'll Be Sure from the fucking damn 80s.
I got rare ear condition.
I see your eyebrow. Your eyebrows touching.
I had the same shit.
My overall point is that
we did get off that, didn't we? Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's cool. It's cool. No, that's welcome to Straight to Tape.
Right.
My overall point is that sure, yeah, we're addressing white people, but another thing that a lot of white people like to do is say that we're making like blanket generalizations and blaming all white people for this, that, and the third. No, but we're addressing white people that have this type of hate in their hearts.
Right.
We're also addressing white people that refuse to speak out on racial and social injustice because of what their political affiliations might be. Like I was on a thread earlier. One of my dear friends he posted something, and then some of his people were commenting or whatever, and then automatically this one white dude said, "Well, yeah, we conservatives, we speak out again." I was like, "Bruh, this don't have shit to do with being a conservative or a liberal until we make it so." Exactly. We can't politicize shit like this. This ain't political. The bottom line here is that this is about You see that? See, Candace, Candace said white guilt. So that's a thing. That really is a thing. It's not everybody. It's not all white people, but that's the thing. But it's about basic human decency. It's about caring about human beings. It's about speaking out against racial and social injustice, no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, no matter where you stand on the political spectrum.
Right.
I don't
Right.
give a fuck
True,
if you're
true.
conservative, Republican, liberal, Democrat. I don't give a fuck. Perry has
I
kind
mean,
of.
dude, I mean, how hard is it for you to put yourself in that person's situation?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Precisely.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it doesn't matter what fucking color you are. It's anybody that stops you.
They can't though. They can't possibly because they don't have.
I feel you, Keith. But I'm saying though, how could I mean? Even if you want to take it to that level, I don't. If you even want to take the race shit out of it,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? The racism shit. I can't say race because I just put the human race shit in. The human race. If anybody, how can you take that race bullshit out and put yourself in that young man's situation? Put yourself in that mother's
Right.
situation of seeing her child. You know what I'm saying? Just running. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
that right there.
They
that's
can't
crazy
do that.
shit, man.
They can't do that because they don't have the same fucking worries we have. They may, some may. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
My kid's dad, we had just bought a new car and he drove it to pick the kids up from school. And the car dealership literally was a 2-block walk from the fucking elementary school. He picked one up from middle school. He was in the back seat. He was in carpool line at the elementary school, 2 blocks from the dealership that we had just bought that car from. The dealership didn't give us, there's a certain period of time where they stopped giving like 30-day tags or whatever. So the car didn't have any tags on it. A white police officer pulled him out of the carpool line. Pulled him out of the carpool line and harassed him to the point that he made my 6th grader cry in the back seat. Parked in front of the fucking elementary school. They don't have those worries.
Right.
When my white friends, female friends who have kids my same age, their kids leave the house, there's normal parenting worries, right? They might drink, or they might do drugs, or they might make a bad decision, or these are things that really are controlled by those kids' own actions.
Right.
And your confidence that what you've taught them and you release them to the world with is going to stand and stick. It'll always stick. And most times they're all right. Black parents have a whole mountain of worries on top of just regular fucking parenting shit. Like I was sitting in a restaurant and I sent my kids across the parking lot to get ice cream while I was finishing my wine. I worry. What do they do? I gave them my card. Oh shit. Should I have given them my card? Are they going to get stolen? My name's McDougal Brown and their name's Brown. They don't have IDs. Like all of this shit where we try to kind of minimize ourselves and how we move through fucking society because of this type of shit. Because of this type of shit. This shit does not happen to white people. It does not happen to white people. They do not have to fear that when their kids leave the house, that some stupid fucking white person is going to kill them because they are a black child. They don't have that fear.
I mean, they used to. I mean, you know, the Vikings and shit and barbarians. They used to. You know what I'm saying? So.
But they don't have that fear.
Bring in barbarians. Let the barbarians live.
They don't have that fear on top of
cities, so.
Yeah.
Right. They don't have that fear on top of everything else that a regular parent has to worry about when their kids are out of their sight.
You shouldn't have. They don't have to have
Don
that.
Pete, please tell me. They
don't,
do.
we don't have,
what do they have? I need
they
it.
don't have
Don Pete.
They can't. They don't have. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. They don't have to have the talk.
Right.
They don't have to have the talk with their kids to say this is what you're supposed to do. Make sure your hands are on the steering wheel. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to have that talk. You know what I'm saying? All they can put out there is respect the police officer. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to have the talk of don't look aggressive. They don't have to have the mentality of you coming in friendly and smiling before any exchange you have with anybody to make sure that they know, because to make sure that they know that you're not going to hurt them at the end of the day.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like this. You don't have to tread that shit. You don't have to worry about, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about your interactions, you know what I'm saying, with women of different races and everything like that, because you don't want to be a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's already scared of you, already stepping out the door. You know what I'm saying? They got that fear that somehow this black man might kill me. If this shit would have been, what I'm saying is right here, if we would have had this same incident happen in gentrified Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I saw this dude running down the street. My mom's got her copper, you know what I'm saying? These crackheads been running in my mother's house, stealing shit out of her basement. I ran down because she was on the same brownstone and I shot this dude with my 9. Me and my pops came down and we hit him with the choppers. It's a citizen's arrest though. Does that sound crazy to y'all? If you reverse it, you know what I'm saying? If we
Wild Wild West shit, man.
Right.
That's like horse stealing. Yeah. You know, horse stealing used to be the worst shit ever.
Oh yeah, so they're automatic.
Claim all they had to do was say, "Hey, this motherfucker stole a horse." You know
but they would have to see you with the fucking horse. They would have to see you with the horse or see you steal the horse. They wouldn't just assume that you stole the horse because they just thought you was a horse stealer.
But guess what? What I think, yo, for real, see, we got to start having an equal reaction to the shit, right? Because someone, you know what I'm saying, it's like this, with all these, you know what I mean, these get backs and all that stuff and everything like that. I think what it is, it's like this. What's going to happen is one day someone's going to get fed up. I'm predicting this shit right here. One day someone's going to get fed up. And then you're going to see them going out and attacking the people that's attacked innocent people. It's going to be one of those situations. And guess what? All that shit's going to slow down. Because when people revolt, if his family had a whole bunch of pookies and shit, and they rolled by and just shot their crib up and kept shooting their crib up every weekend, guess what's going to happen? All that, you know, when you realize that you could get shot at too for just standing in your front yard, then that's when shit start slowing down. I promise you that.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
So yeah,
really dangerous there. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Respect the money and respect the lives is the only thing certain powers respect. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking at an extreme level. You know what I mean? I'm not saying go out and do this, but at the end of the day, if you see what it's done, the marching, we're trying to be peaceful and everything like that. What's going to happen is when that abuse start happening back, that's when we come to it. That's when we come to an even level. Like, how can we fix this?
Oh shit. Well, you know my saying. Niggas got guns, but crackers got weapons.
Speaking of which, that's a great segue. That's a great segue to the. Y'all want to move into the NC Open real quick with the rocket launcher?
Whoa!
With the rocket launcher.
With the ordnance. That's ordinance.
I mean, it's all part of the same, you know what I'm saying? Because
Same
again, like I was saying earlier, and in another discussion that we were having when we had Jamal on, with these, you know, reopen protests.
Where is our friend tonight?
Jamal is on Facebook. He's in Facebook jail. He sent me a message.
Wow.
Saying that he can't comment, he can't do anything like that for 3 days. He's in Facebook jail, but he sent me a message.
He good.
He got a misdemeanor. He got a misdemeanor. Oh, sorry, bro. Yeah, we'll see you next week, though. We'll see you next week.
Shout out Jamal.
Free Jamal. Free Jamal.
Free Jamal.
Free Jamal. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, so it goes back to like when they were doing the whole reopen North Carolina protests and in protests all across the country, but we're focusing on North Carolina, you know,
because we live here.
It's our point of reference. We had people in those rallies with their firearms. They're walking around with AR-15s. They're strapped up with pistols on their hip. And in a coffee shop, this one motherfucker,
Whew.
It was Subway on Fayetteville Street.
it was Subway.
Subway on Fayetteville Street.
He had a rocket launcher strapped to his back.
Call of Duty style.
He had a RPG launcher strapped to his back. Now, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Because I usually don't do this. I usually kind of don't play this card right here. But if a black person walked into any type of fucking establishment with a damn rocket launcher strapped to his back, it would have been World War III in this motherfucker.
Rob,
And
if
let's keep it real.
Rob, if a black person walked out of his house with a rocket launcher on his back, okay, he wouldn't make it 50 feet
From
First
his
of
own
all,
without
property.
somebody
First of
calling.
all, if a black man knows somebody with a damn rocket launcher for sale, that's the motherfucker you need to know.
That's a plug.
Y'all
That's
know
a
anybody?
plug.
Hey,
That's
hey,
a plug.
Rob, where can I get a rocket launcher?
First of all, I don't
I'm looking-
want
I'm looking for my-
rocket launcher. My beard. Look at my beard. Look at my light skinness. If I
Oh
walk out,
yeah,
joint,
With a mask on,
all
you're
day.
done. You're done, yo.
I'm getting
You're
yo.
done.
The men in black are coming to get Bishop Omega. My first name Kareem anyway. Oh my God, I'm out of here. I'm going there. They're gonna put the bag over my face.
Ethan, I have
Hey,
no
Ethan,
idea.
Ethan, I think you got to kill like 17 people, and after that, it'll automatically pop up. And over you run over that body, you shall get it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's that
Fortnite
Call of Duty
style.
shit,
Call
son.
of
That's
Duty
just, yeah,
style.
Call of Duty style, son. That's the only way we'll get
You
it.
got to build up the coins, the tokens. You got to get the tokens, Ethan.
Yeah.
What beef do you have? What beef do you have that you need a rocket launcher for? Because
Walking around downtown Raleigh.
I don't need that in my life. I would move if I gotta go buy a rocket launcher for motherfuckers. Then guess what? I need not to live in this country. Like I'm like, you know what? This state ain't me because I gotta go get a rocket launcher to protect
Yeah, Bishop. First of all, you got one shot. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking money wise to buy the rocket launcher. That's one purchase. Then
Right.
you have to buy the rocket itself. Okay, you have to buy the rocket itself. All right. Now, whatever the fuck you're gonna do with that one fucking rocket, you better fucking do it because you're gonna die. You know what I'm saying?
Chill in the
You're
comments,
gonna
man.
die. So it's like, yo, what the fuck, man? You know. Now I can't take you serious because okay, you police will be like, oh, he only got one shot. Boom.
Right.
After he shoot at, we shoot him. But if you
Whoa,
got
no,
two
no.
fucking rockets, that
Listen,
means you some serious business. Some
Listen,
serious
first
business
of all,
shit.
it's like this. If you
Pause it. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
I told him to chill.
no,
You
go
gotta
ahead,
chill.
go ahead,
You gotta
yeah.
chill,
John
bro.
P, you
gotta
need to chill or you'll get
Chill.
blocked. I'm so serious right now.
respectful,
comments,
bro. Respectful.
Thank you. Respectful
Right.
conversation.
I
You
can't
make
see
your
his
com-
stuff.
you
What's
make-
he
you
saying?
make your
I can't
comments
see his
like,
stuff, man.
He just dropped the P bomb.
Yeah.
just make your comments like related to the conversation, man. Like for real, like chill, bro.
You're
That's
spamming us right
unnecessary.
now, dude.
That's
You're
unnecessary.
spamming.
So
Continue, Bishop.
but
Sorry.
anyway,
Go
man, again, the whole taking guns to the reopen rallies is unnecessary. And as a second, I mean, okay, see you later. As a Second Amendment supporter, my thing is don't do dumb shit that would put my Second Amendment rights in jeopardy, because they'll fuck around and be like, oh, yep, you know what? This coronavirus rally, we're gonna go around and confiscate everybody's weapons. Because there's been too many demonstrations with firearms, so we're gonna, you know what I mean?
Launchers.
Rocket launchers and shit. You know, I don't want that to happen. So I mean, I just want them to make it make sense. Like, why are you at a reopen rally with a damn rocket? It's not a Second Amendment rally. That's the point I was making a couple weeks ago. It's not a Second Amendment rally. Chill. You feel me? So
I mean, to carry so you're safe is one thing. So you have a gun in a holster on your hip. You're not on state property. That's okay, right? That's okay.
Mhm.
These weapons that they strap to their backs are strictly for fucking intimidation. Who the fuck are you intimidating? I drove past the governor's mansion yesterday. Around the clock, detail. There's a barrier between the actual fence to the property and the sidewalk. You cannot get on the sidewalk
Right.
all the way around the governor's mansion. And every few feet, there's either a state trooper or a county sheriff right now. Like if you drive downtown right now, who are you trying to intimidate? Like what difference is that going to make for you carrying
A rocket
somebody
launcher.
told me today there's no such thing as an assault rifle with the big
Dude.
guns that with the automatic weapons on your back walking through downtown Raleigh or a fucking rocket launcher.
I mean,
What does that prove?
That's
Right.
like going to a global warming protest with a flamethrower in your back.
Right. Doesn't make any sense. My thing is right here. How you gonna say no rifle is assault rifle when in the title they call them shits assault rifles?
Okay.
Thank you.
Because it's a misnomer. Okay.
It's a
You know,
misnomer.
No.
In the gun community,
Hold
it's a
on.
misnomer. I get it.
Because what I'm saying is because what assault rifles are rifles that we use to plan an assault on enemies. Right? If you have an M16 and you go to war, that is an assault rifle. Am I mistaken about that?
Assault rifles a misnomer. We're not gonna get in that whole deep discussion, man. It's
That's a whole.
We're not going down that rabbit hole.
It's taken away from what we're really talking about, man. We can get into that another time. But
Raphael, you're right.
so, but it really goes. So we are talking about the reopen talk, but it still goes back into what we were talking about previously about, these, largely white groups. You know what I'm saying? Coming down and intimidating people. And the reason why I brought that back up, I reached back and brought that back, is because there was a family, black family walking down the street, minding their business, and some white dude with a big ass, one of them big ass shipyard wrenches, and somebody else with a gun approached them, if I'm not mistaken, and was trying to tell them to move to the other side of the street or something. I mean, my whole thing is this, y'all. Again, yes, we are. We have the hard conversations here on Straight to Tape. Yes, we are addressing white people. With this kind of stuff working in their hearts. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Armor Light Rifle. Thank you, Justin. That's really what an AR stands for. But we're gonna get into that later. We're gonna get into it later. These types of things where white people take it upon themselves to try to check black people or to try to, like those people that ran up against to that teenager's house thinking that it was somebody else, but they were going to force their way in, and what were they going to do? Arrest them? It goes back to, we've been talking about Ahmaud Arbery, like, yo, mind your business, yo. Chill.
We don't owe you shit. We don't owe you shit. We don't owe you shit. We don't owe you
hold
shit.
Up. Family, chill. Because that's going to get somebody killed unnecessarily. It already just got somebody killed.
Unnecessarily.
I'm talking unnecessarily, but I'm talking about the people that are sticking their nose in other people's business. It's going to get somebody killed unnecessarily. And we don't advocate for any type of violence here. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is calm the fuck down. Mind your business. I had a friend just yesterday in the store grocery shopping, and she just so happened to go down the wrong, you got to go down the arrow, the way that arrow points in the aisle in the grocery store now.
I can't see them arrows.
I can't even see them half the time. I look up, I'm like, oh shit, I'm in the wrong aisle. You know what I'm saying? And I'm already all the way down the aisle before I realize it. It's an easy mistake to make, fam. This white lady pulled her mask down and going to tell my friend who's a black woman, you're not supposed to be coming down this aisle. Wait, what? And she restrained herself. Like she showed an incredible amount of restraint by just kind of like, okay, have a nice day. Man, listen, I'm one of the most easygoing people that y'all know, but I also flash on people when my fuse is like that, yo. I might have disrespected that lady, like, yo, shut the fuck up, mind your business. You walk down the other side of the aisle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the best response to that was like this. Listen,
Family.
carrier, you put your fucking mask back on. You fucking
I would have fucked around and coughed for no reason
Yeah,
at all.
yeah, but the minute that would have happened, okay, then
She would have
that
fell
would've
all
es-
out and started
and
crying.
that would have escalated into something. That would escalate into something different. That would
I
have
know.
gotten you the bad looks. Okay,
I know, and that's why my friend, I told her I was proud of her. She showed an enormous amount of restraint by just going on about her business.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And not even just letting her have it. You see, sometimes you just got to let people have it. You know what I'm saying?
Her card.
But my overall point is because that doesn't compare at all to what happened to Ahmaud Arbery or that kid that they tried to fucking Rosewood his house in North Carolina the other day, and
Or
that
Sean
black
Reed.
family that got accosted, minding their business, walking their 2 young children in strollers down the street, and some fucking idiot reopen rally protester running up on them,
right?
Basically verbally intimidating them and physically intimidating them with their presence. I'm telling y'all, chill with that shit, fam. Just chill.
Yeah.
Homie could have been the baby, and it would have ended the wrong. It would ended bad for you.
And again, I'm addressing the white people again with that type of hate in their heart. It's not all white people. Go ahead, Perry.
And no, I was just gonna say, man, Gina, just to piggyback you for a second, man. Mind your own business. That's all. Okay. If it's gonna get handled, it's gonna get handled by who is supposed to fucking handle it. Period. Period. Yeah, rocket launcher. God, I'm still sorry, guys. I'm still trying to get over the whole rocket launcher thing. Okay.
Like, what do you like at the end of the day? Like that. What you said? What about my mama?
Yeah.
Gotta flip the site up. That's right, gotta flip the site
Flip the site up. You forgot to flip the site up.
And then, what if you missed? What if you missed? Okay, that's another rocket. That's a whole nother rocket.
First of all,
another reload process.
Yeah. First of all,
rocket launches are for distance. Like, yo, you in a crowd, you are not. Like, you're gonna kill 3 people, and the rocket's just gonna hit them. Like, beep, 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 before you explode.
I mean, look, guys. No, I'm sorry, Rob. I'm sorry. A rocket launcher at a reopen protest. What the fuck are you trying to reopen?
Okay, so hold on.
Anything that motherfucker hits is gonna open.
So Drake said, according to TMZ, and TMZ, okay. According to TMZ, the AT-4 rocket launcher in the subway in Raleigh had the word inert label on it, meaning that it's a replica fake. Okay. Right. I would still like to see
let's all get rocket launchers in.
Let's all get inert rocket launchers and just walk around and shit and see if we can go on about our la la la. I got a fucking RPG on my back.
Motherfucker out here cosplaying. He out here cosplaying.
Will come down on us.
Thank you. We know we'd be inertly with 14 shots apiece in our asses.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
So who was the sister?
Locked up right now in a black ops prison right now without our rights and eating gruel because what it is, they're gonna be like, yo, that was an intention to what was it? Terrorism. You know what I mean? Because it's an explosive. There's no reason for you to walk around with an explosive.
Right. So along those same lines, the lawmaker, I think she was in Michigan. I forget her name.
She was in Michigan. She was a state representative in Michigan.
She had a black escort of armed security.
Hell yeah.
With her going into the building because any other time when she was by herself, these same motherfuckers down there, intimidating people for no reason with guns at a reopen rally for no reason at all.
No, remember, Rob, it wasn't a reopen rally. They were in the confines of the chamber with with lawmakers debating a vote and making a vote.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. They were in there intimidating them. Okay. Period.
There.
So in North Carolina, that's illegal. You can't have guns on state property in North Carolina. So I don't know what the law is in Michigan, but in North Carolina, you cannot.
They're allowed.
But I think they were moving to make some type of provision to change that particular law to make it illegal. Well, they're talking about it. Yeah. At least they're talking about it. But Yeah, she had to have like her own personal security detail. So like these 6 brothers, I think a couple of them were Latino, the rest of them were black, I think, if I'm not mistaken, escorted her to the legislative building. You know what I'm saying?
SW1 should be making some money right now.
S1W.
Yeah.
Shut up.
From public enemy.
SW1s. I was thinking about
SW1 was
SWV. My bad.
SW1 was Sean Wayans when he was DJing.
Exactly.
Oh, you mean faux DJing? He was faux DJing.
Yeah, he was.
He was faux DJing.
That's all he did was point. Scratching when there wasn't no scratches in the record. Get the fuck out of here, Sean.
Ethan, it's currently legal in Michigan, we think, to carry guns on state property. So in North Carolina, it's not. They were just walking around the streets, downtown Raleigh, with rocket launchers and such.
And also, just to add more context to that, they were invited by representatives of the state house to show up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All I know is I went downtown. I had my Thanos glove on, and I got arrested.
Thanos. I got my Thanos glove on.
Thanos glove.
Don't let me snap, motherfucker. Don't let me.
Back to reality. Oops, there goes Rabbit.
Take him down.
Take him down.
We still got to talk about Candace Owens' dumbass.
Do we have to? Do we have?
No, fuck her.
Candace Owens is like white noise to me. Every time I hear her talk, I tune out. I tune out because it is the same thing, the same narrative. I mean, but let's talk about her ass. Go ahead.
So this is my whole thing, and it goes right back to, oh my gosh.
Tell the story, baby. Tell the story from the beginning.
Go ahead,
Tell the story
Rob.
from the beginning.
Go ahead, Rob.
Don't dive deep into your feelings yet. Tell the story.
Yeah.
Set it up.
Diving deep into my feelings. I'm just saying, I hate to have to like again, straight to tape. We walk in the damn sewers of hard conversations, man. We do that shit unapologetically.
Muddy.
And, Candace Owens is one of those black conservatives that I can't fuck with. And I'm gonna tell you why I can't fuck with her. Like, I don't mind anybody being a black conservative. Y'all have heard me time and time again say, I don't care who you support, who you vote for. I don't care what side of the political aisle you're on. I don't care. It's your business. You could be the most right-wing Republican head ass motherfucker, I don't care, or the most left liberal. That's your thing. You know what I'm saying? But the type of black conservatives that I can't fuck with are people like Candace Owens that will automatically take a mainstream white conservative viewpoint just for pats on the head from white people. Like,
follows.
She's going to sit and likes and follows. So she's going to sit there and say that this Ahmaud Arbery situation was not about race. Get the fuck out of here.
Thank you.
Like, seriously, get the fuck out of here, Candace Owens. Like, I can't rock with those type of people, because that's why I've been saying, throughout this conversation, not to politicize things like this. Don't make it about conservative and liberal. Please don't make this about Republican and Democrat. Don't politicize things like that. Just sit back and chill and look at it for what it is. That dude got shot down in the street for no reason at all. The evidence is coming out, fam. The evidence is coming out. We're the Department of Justice. We're looking at a hate crime here. They're getting ready to launch a hate crime investigation.
They're already bringing it. Yeah, they're already bringing in the Department of Justice.
But it's shit like that. That's what ruins politics, right? Politics is about how we spend our money as a country, what laws we have. It has nothing to do. It should have nothing to do with religion. It should have nothing to do with race.
Right.
But it's so mucked up right now that there's a clear line there. If that line wasn't clear, if there was no line, then we would be able to focus strictly on governmental, legal, fiscally how this country is run. That's what politics is supposed to be about. Like, at its rudimentary level,
Right.
I believe
how we spend
Canada.
our money, what laws we have, and how those laws are enforced.
Yeah, but
That's it.
every special interest, okay, and every viewpoint has a lobby and has a hustle, okay, and
Mhm.
this is where politics, from its root, has got mucked up.
Uh,
I mean, simple as that on both sides.
I believe
Yeah.
Candace. I believe Candace got fucked over during Bike Week, and that's why she just hates black folks right now.
No, it's what,
She fucked around. She married a white dude, and you know what I'm saying. I have no qualms with that. You love whoever you love, but I really believe she went to Bike Week, got fucked over, and yeah.
what was it? What was a comedian that said this real? She said that she was like, there are white people and there are people that happen to be white. You know what I'm saying? There are
Mhm.
black people and there are people that happen to be black. It's on both sides of it. Because what you have with black people, you have the black experience. You have it's a certain black experience you have to have in order to be carrying your black card. We all know what that means. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then you have people that happen to be black, that happen just to be born with the same skin tone as us, but never have the black experience. And that's the reason why you have these people, because they didn't grow up. They didn't grow up to have to be like myself, that be able to go somewhere on an after school program, and then 6 months later that program is snatched away for no reason, and that's keeping you off the street.
I don't
Yeah,
have that same
yeah.
experience. I mean, I understand my privilege. I grew up in a North Raleigh. I went to all white. I was the black girl, and then there was a black dude. Shout out Walter Davenport. But
Wow.
and then I went to and then I went to Enloe, and I chose. I had a choice at that point. When I went to high school, the magnet school across town, I had a choice. I chose to, and most black people are given that choice, I think. It's whether you choose to fully, partially, or not at all immerse yourself. It's out there. I don't give a fuck what school you go to, whether you go to what the whitest school in the whitest town. Like, they're maybe not there, but your average college experience, once you leave the nest, your average college experience, you're going to be able to choose how to spend your time. And some of us choose not to, and some of us continue to ignore the things that go on. Like, this shit has never happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, one time me and my friends was hanging out in Chavis Heights, and the police took us out of the car and made us sit on a curb just to teach us a lesson about
Being in the wrong place.
being in the wrong place, being in a
Mhm.
place we shouldn't have been. That's the only time. But all of this shit that we talk about, it hasn't happened to me, but it's happened to my uncles and my dad and my ex-husband. And I never want it to happen to my kids, but it's inevitable, right? Just statistically inevitable. It's happened to all of my male friends, some of
Yeah.
my female friends. So these are the things that, even though they haven't happened to me, I can't ignore that shit. I can't
You're
ignore
gonna,
it.
you're gonna get touched. You're gonna get touched. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Even if you went to fucking Yale and you hung around the whitest of whites, you shall be touched. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be a fucking damn Biggie song that comes through, or a fucking damn Bruno
Yeah.
Mars. You know what I'm
Bougie.
saying? You're gonna get a little bit of taste of a little blackness. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's we're everywhere. You can, you know what I'm saying?
But
We do
here's
have
the thing. Like I said, I had a choice. There's a choice. There's a clear choice. If you didn't grow up in it, you always, as a black person, because that's the first shit people see when they before you even open your mouth, right? I have a choice whether to immerse myself in black culture and learn. Fuck, we got the internet nowadays. Everybody, if she just scrolls through fucking, what is it, Humans in New York, there's so many stories in there about all kinds of people, but black people especially, about how they live and the things that they've encountered. There's too much information out there for her to ignore the fact that this type of shit happened. And it might not even to make a call, because some people aren't making calls yet. They're just like, hey, I'm waiting for the rest of the information to come out. There may be some shit that we don't know. There's always, it's an ongoing investigation.
Right.
Not even to call, but to make a call, and all of her banter and that other guy, I don't even know his name, but all of their banter is based on the white experience. How can you as a Black person growing up and through and beyond immersed in white culture never wanted to figure out how your people are living? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, look, her as a child, she had her and her family had a case against the Board of Education in whatever town she was living in, and they were defended by the NAACP. Okay,
it doesn't matter.
But what I'm saying is, it behooves me that when you come from that experience, that now you're older and now you become distant from that experience.
Oh man, when you go to a white college, you take the damn minority grant. That's all. You should just take the minority grant. That's all.
Did she get a Pell? Did she get a Pell grant? Did she get a Pell?
That's all.
Candace said she's stupid on purpose. But you know what? A lot of people, but that's what I'm saying, man. It just goes back to, let's stop politicizing. When we see instances of racial and social injustice, and just call the shit out, because you're a decent human being and you don't want to see other human beings wronged. You understand what I'm saying? Let's not make it a fucking liberal Democrat thing because you speak out against injustice when there's a Black person involved. Like, stop being that person. And I know a bunch of people like this. Stop being that person that automatically, when stuff like this happens, you automatically, before any facts come out, you automatically rush to dig up any type of sliver of information that makes the Black person automatically wrong. And those are the people I can't fuck with, especially Black conservatives. Like what's her name? Candace Owens, that came out and said that this ain't about race. And she tweeted a whole bunch of stuff that actually some of it has been debunked, because you know what she did? She tweeted something about just overly like being overly emotional and without facts, but then she tweeted shit that has been debunked factually. So that's what I'm saying. And I know Black conservatives like this. Some of them are on my friends list. I've had to block some of them motherfuckers because I can't. And Perry, we've already talked about my political leanings. I'm an independent that I do lean conservative on some shit.
But Rob,
you understand what I'm saying?
Rob,
but I can't. Hold up, Tico. I can't fuck with those people, man. That automatically just look to make the Black person wrong in a situation like this. Just come on, fam. Don't worry about offending your political friends and shit and affiliates and cohorts. If it's a clear case of racial injustice, call that shit out because you're a decent human being, not because you're a conservative or a liberal. Get the fuck out of my face.
That's what I was going to. That's what I was trying to ask you. I was like, this okay? She's hitting that shit is not politically Black, blah blah blah. But did she ever say anything about it being wrong?
No.
Oh, but she went after the article I read. She went after LeBron. And
I'm glad you were going there.
She pulled some salty ass Black bitch shit too. She was like, getting on him about his outrage for the Arbery case, and was like, and you will never be what Kobe was.
Okay, can I got to jump in on that one, okay? Because there is another commentator that I'm not a big fan of, and I looked on his Twitter page, and he was dapping up Candace Owens in regards to Jason fucking Whitlock, okay, who's always had this hate hard on for LeBron James, especially when LeBron James talks out.
What?
Hate hard on. He has a hate hard on for LeBron James, and he's always had a hate hard on, not just for LeBron James, but for any athlete that talks about social issues. Okay,
Because
because yeah, exactly. He had the he was getting he was getting flack for the same similar comments that Candace Owens was making once LeBron spoke out about the Arbery case. Okay,
it's like this. My thing is this right here, like that whole shut up and dribble shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like one of the things is like athletes can't have a mind. You know what I'm saying? And these are the things when people try to argue the quote unquote white privilege doesn't say this. It's like what I'm gonna say is this right here. If you can in your motherfucking mind go tell another grown person that you don't like what they talk about, so they should just shut up and dribble. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no!
We lost him. His
But
battery died. Oh shit!
Oh, come on, Teddy Riley. Yep.
but at the same time, I mean, at the same time, I see the
like it goes back to like motherfuckers feel like we owe them some shit. I'm a grown ass man. I'm not, but LeBron James is. I make millions of fucking dollars a year. I also help a lot of people. You don't fucking tell me what to do. Like you don't get to tell me. You don't get to define my place in this world. You don't get to define my voice and how I use it. You don't get to. So shut the fuck up.
And also, would these same people say the same thing about Muhammad Ali? Would these same people say the same thing about Jim Brown? Would these same people say the same thing about the brothers that held their fist up in the 1968 Olympics?
Actually, if they had the internet, if they had social media, yes, they would.
They would. And
social media, they would.
Lives were ruined after that stance.
If they had
for the
social
most part.
media. Yeah.
Like after that stance, their lives were ruined. And we talked about this some before. Athletes, though, back then in the 60s and 70s, where they were popular, they weren't nearly as popular and broadband and widespread as they are now. And into so many different revenue streams as far as, they might have 1-2 sponsorships, but now dudes is like worldwide. So their voice carries that much farther. Like, yes, back in the 60s, white people like to watch basketball. They had favorite basketball players, but people weren't nearly as immersed and in love and enamored with sports figures then as they are now. It's kind of like the black people love the black ones and the white people love the white ones. And everybody loved them all because they put on a great show. But now we have, it's just such a mixture of culture.
You're absolutely right, for the simple fact that the only way that you could get close to a player back in those days, I guess when I was younger, was baseball cards, football cards, you know what I'm saying, stats. We didn't really get to see the political part of or unless you got Jim Brown to stand out or anything like that. But we really didn't have that, coming out, and we weren't like, the only way you got immersed in these people's lives if you read the Jet magazine or the Ebony or some shit like that.
Right, right. And white people weren't picking up Jet and Ebony, right? So
that's the only way that you really get to see. Exactly. So like now all this social media that's out here and everything that you get to hit people like real time. You get to hit like you get one thought that one person might think is minimal, and you have like 10,000 people that think that same one thought, and then it just floods and some other shit, man.
Confirmation bias is rampant on the internet. Right. Like we've talked about that before as well. Like there's always, with the internet, you're always going to find someone that shares your views. So I could probably, like, you see this little thing right here? My kid made this for me probably 10, 12 years ago. It's a little pinch like dinosaur. I bet you that I could go on the internet right now and find a group of people that are somewhere on the internet talking about little motherfucking shit like this.
Yeah.
Like the access to groups of people that can confirm that agree with you, period. But the dangerous part of it is agreeing with your bias.
And the
Right? They're
crazy thing
so easily accessed nowadays.
yes, yes,
So what,
yes,
Tico?
you are so right. That's crazy. A crazy thought came in my head, like like 100
What
years,
else is new?
like 100 years from now, like when we're all dead and in the ground, and they start, what I'm saying,
I'm not going in the ground. I'm going to be a tree.
archaeologists start digging up shit and they find that little thing that your son made for you. They're probably like put it in a museum, saying it's some kind of ancient ass fucking some
Artifact and
ancient
shit.
ass god that motherfuckers used to worship back in the days.
Look, it's got a little eyeball too. Look, it's
Yeah,
got a
you
little
see what I'm
eyeball.
saying?
Yo.
Look,
Yeah.
Come on,
on that note, yo guys, Versus did it again.
Amazing.
Versus
Absolutely
did it
amazing.
again. What Versus
Absolutely,
did it again?
man.
Bruh.
This past Saturday,
I'm not doing this with y'all though.
Tico,
I mean,
shut
y'all
up.
gonna have to behave. Y'all
quote
gonna have to
unquote
behave.
battle between Erica Badu and Jill
I got
Scott.
All right, enough, Tico. That's 30 seconds, bro.
Yeah. Really, man, really.
Damn.
All right.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why it was so beautiful for me. Because I had the music just playing out this loudspeaker in my house, you know what I'm saying? And it was just blaring out, and I was just, you know what I'm saying? I had it propped up where I could see Jill Scott's beautiful skin glowing off the damn ambiance light of her fucking computer. And I got to see motherfucking damn Erica Badu's beautiful ass forehead. And
with
so
Bruce Lee in the background. With
and
Bruce Lee
playing
in the
in-
That was
background.
dope. That was
so
dope.
that right there was even extra. And then I turned on UFC fighting, turned the sound off, was watching fighting and listening to the music at the same time. It was just orgasmic.
Yeah. It was P, check the messages, bro, because you're oblivious right now.
Look at him. Look at him over there looking like Dr.
Right.
Doolittle.
Y'all act, look, Rob, you acting like I'm sitting over here replaying the battle with and just amazed at Jill Scott's smile.
right,
like I'm doing that.
Check the
You
messages.
need to check the messages, bro. And I very rarely do. I'm a stickler for not doing production shit on the air, but nigga, check the messages. It was classic, man. It really was. It was a classic. It wasn't even a battle, man. It was like a love fest, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
Both of them clearly are fans of each other and fans of each other's work.
They're friends.
And friends, right. And it just was, it's kind of like when I think Keisha was referring to when Primo and RZA battle, like everybody won. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really pressed to actually look at this as a battle and to have to choose a winner, I think that because originally y'all saw me, I went live like right before the battle, and I said I was like, "Yo, Erica's gonna smoke Jill." Even though I've been in love with Jill Scott since 1999, I love Jill Scott.
Right.
But Erica got those smokers. Like she got a whole, like, you know what I'm saying, litany of hits in her catalog. But at the end of the day, when you look at the listing, Jill was kind of hanging in there, but it's like right at the very end, I think Erica started pulling away. And
right.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Jill's song selection was a little questionable. She didn't play a lot of her really strong. She played a lot of her strong stuff, but like what would have done her in if let's say they were really battling, it was really like a score, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, what did Jill in was, first of all, when they started playing those obscure tracks, and that wouldn't help either one of them, but it definitely wouldn't have helped Jill because I think Erica has a longer catalog. But like I said, Jill like didn't really play some of her, like she didn't even play uh living my life like it's golden. She didn't even play that, bruh.
Yeah,
Right.
you're
And
right.
yeah, and and that song started a whole damn movement on social media. You know, people hashtagging it started a whole hashtag living my life like it's
Mm-hmm.
golden and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They did, Candace. I think they played for themselves. They
Yeah.
played stuff, you know, like Jill was playing stuff that she liked in her catalog, but that wasn't necessarily hits. You feel
Right.
me?
Look, man. Look, the minute it started, okay. Once you heard Erica started off with, the root song. You got me.
Mhm.
And then, then mentioning this song was written by Jill Scott, and
Yeah.
then for Jill Scott to
Girl
play,
power.
yeah,
Black
to
girl
play
magic.
the live version with her doing, the chorus,
Which is
dude.
my favorite of the
Yeah,
two.
me too, me too. At that point, actually, my favorite is the live version that they did for Dave Chappelle's Block Party with both of them on the vocal. However,
Yeah.
yeah, at that point, man, look, I threw the score, I threw the scorebook out, okay?
Yo.
Because at that
Yo.
point, I realized this is not about a battle. This is
Dude,
about love, appreciation, and
I feel you. I feel you. But I was looking at it as a straight battle. And when Jill pulled the live joints out, those were like fucking slams. You feel me? It was like, you could jab a motherfucker all day long. You know what I'm saying? You could tag a motherfucker in the eye. But if he scoops your ass up and slam you, you know what I'm saying? That's an extra fucking ass.
That's crazy.
You feel me? So when Jill started pulling them fucking live joints out, I was like, yo, boom, boom. I thought, to me, that was hard. I thought that shit was hard. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember. I didn't listen to it all the way through because I had to do something with my dogs. But anyway, I don't even know when she played Tyrone. Was it the live version or was it the?
it was a live
It was a
version.
live version.
It was a live version.
Live
And then
version.
she had a Teddy Riley ghost. So, but Jill can play the song for her
Oh,
while
so
she
Jill
was
played
coming
That was
back
dope.
online.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
that was
dope.
super dope.
Okay. Because in the battle, because I was like, yo, I said the only way that Erica could come back from those two fucking damn slams is for her to play Tyrone live, because
Right.
that canceled out all that other shit. So
Yeah.
But
that's
the fact is, I want to go back to the fact that was Jill's first song she ever wrote.
yeah,
Yeah,
Ever.
that was
that was
dope.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine that? Like your first song that you ever wrote ever, because your homeboys with a small group in Philly called the Roots,
Mhm.
and he says, "Yo, you want to write a song?" And
Right.
that song wins a fucking Grammy.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And the
Yep.
thing about it is I saw a lot of people like, oh my God, they're talking too much. How? Like
No.
the
Yo.
perspective and the stories behind some of my
That's
most
the
beloved
shit.
songs of all
That's the
time. That's
shit.
what it's all about. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
they can
like,
put like you can make a playlist and go song for song. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But to hear the artists, there's something to me like T. You remember when we went to go see Maceo and he played my favorite fucking De La song ever.
Right.
And I like felt like I was floating up to the sky. That shit was just so amazing to me.
Right.
And same with that night. Like to hear some of my favorite artists play some of my favorite songs by themselves. It was so amazing.
yeah,
It was
it's
so
like
amazing.
it's like like with Jill and Eric, like with them being such big like fans of each other, just like that whole level of respect, man. It was just it was just like that whole vibe of love, man. It just took the fact that it's supposed to be a battle, completely out. And then, like you said, to your point, like I had people on my social media saying, "Oh, they're talking too much." I had like 5 people saying that. I'm like, whoa, it's like slow down. Like, what the fuck do you want them to do? Jill, play a record. Record's over. Okay, your turn. Erica plays a record. Okay, your turn. Like that would have been boring as shit.
Oh my God, they're playing too much of the song or blah 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 blah.
You know
Like
what I'm saying?
it's
like talking. in
just
something
log
like
off. Just
this,
log off.
Right.
for context was necessary and it
Yes.
was welcome. Like
Yeah.
First of all, it's like
I
this.
was sitting there because first of all, I like hearing both of them speak. Like both
Yeah.
of them. I love hearing both of them, especially Jill. But but just to hear the context surrounding some of those songs and the recording and all that type of stuff and the stories and the backstories, that was so necessary.
That's the fire.
Yeah, that's the whole
fire.
fire behind it. Like, what the fuck you want them to do? Just
That's the whole thing about all the verses. Like there was during the Little John T-Pain one, when that song is it? I don't know what it is, shorty. What's up? Yeah. That song, what it is, shorty. What's up? It sounds like there's a bed creaking in the background. They told the whole story about how it's not a bed. It was a raggedy ass office chair in the studio that they accidentally caught the sound when they were recording. And they were like, "Oh shit, let's make that a creak." And it's an office chair in that song.
Exactly.
Like that's the kind of shit. Like as a music lover, I love those. Like
exactly. Just like the Al Green joint. Boom boom. That kick is off. They said they couldn't get that kick with the drum, so somebody was hitting it with a fucking damn box. It's just a box that is a fucking box.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody hitting because they wanted to get that little with inside that they wanted that triple beat. That shit is crazy, yo. That shit is crazy. How can y'all not love the fucking facts behind how these hits made?
Like, to Raphael's point, he said wait a minute, because Keisha's message came. Yeah, people are impatient. They had this entitlement mentality. Jill and Erica didn't have to do it. I like to hear the stories and notes of their songs. It's like these are the type of people that complained about them talking. These are the type of people that bought CDs back in the day and never looked at the liner notes. So now they don't know. They don't know shit about who produced it.
I miss liner notes.
You know what I'm saying? I miss liner notes too.
Yeah,
because you used to study, and that's how you learned music. You learn music by looking at the reading, and then you realize who collabed with who and who produced. You know what I'm saying? You learn so much about the broader scope of music. And yes, I do want to again say how dope it was for Erica to have this giant Tico-sized screen. Because you know Tico got one of the biggest screens in his house. In the background playing Enter the Dragon and shit. While the battle was going on, that was classic.
And she didn't even look like she was imposing upon the like. It wasn't all on her. It was so weird. It was like she was an enigma.
Yeah, it's crazy.
While at the same time, Jill is sitting in her comfortable chair with that beautiful come over smile.
He can't even say it.
And that and that glass of wine.
You too light skin, bro. You too light skin.
Yeah, shut up.
She like the brown from the boogie down.
Your pick won't stay in your head. You gotta watch your mouth. You can't put a pick in. If you can't put a pick in your head, you can't put a pick in your head.
Don't make me go in his house and get a pick. Don't make me get a pick before we go. Okay.
The static.
It ain't gonna do nothing.
If Perry got curly hair, the static keeps the pick in our head.
Nah, man.
That moose gonna make the pick fall right out of his head.
Dude, I'm rocking my Cornell West tonight. Okay, I'm rocking my Cornell West. All right,
Tico, that pick just gonna slide. It's just gonna ease right in.
You should just throw all your picks away right now.
Yo, listen, hold on. What I'm doing, I'm playing Rob. I'm playing Rob in the straight to tape.
Yes,
I'm playing Rob in the straight to tape.
Sweater.
In the straight to tape movie. You're playing me.
Straight to tape biography that's gonna be on Lifetime. Okay, it's not gonna make them make it.
No.
Going straight to Lifetime, or even a B. I don't care. Listen.
BT
Tyler
Plus
directed. It's gonna go to Lifetime. It's gonna be awesome.
We're going to Diddy's channel.
Oh yeah,
because somebody got to wear a wig for Perry. Yo, I need to see that Perry wig on it.
No, because I already know who's playing me. And
the Red State?
Nope. I already know who's playing me. And
Boots from the Coop. Boots from the Coop. Boots from the Coop can play you.
Yeah, maybe. But I got another idea. We'll talk about it, and we'll talk to him later.
Okay. He gonna try to get Josh Gunn to play him. You see this? That's what he gonna do. He gonna try to get Jay Gunn to play him.
That's next week's show. Mention it next week.
Try to get the butcher to play his ass.
Oh shit.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Playing fucking Perry and shit.
Hold on.
Raphael.
Shut up, Raph.
Raphael.
Yeah, Raphael. Yeah, that's who play him.
Shut up, Raph.
Raphael will play him. Raphael will play him. Yeah.
Hey,
You
yo,
gotta
hold
get a
up.
pro too, man. Raphael. There was a time Perry had a fucking pro, man. Like a big ass microphone.
I got an announcement to make about the next versus battle, though. This is breaking right straight off the presses. This is breaking news.
Yep.
Breaking news. Thank you for the breaking news music. Thank you.
That's right.
Swiss Beats just announced that the next versus battle will be Lauryn Hill versus Time. Date, time, and location are still unknown.
Exactly.
Not the time, but time itself.
Time itself.
I was just getting ready to say that shit. I was getting ready to say whoever she battles, she'll probably wind up coming in at the tail end.
Basically.
You mean the tail end the next day?
Exactly. Yeah, damn.
Well, straight to tape. I'm ready. Like, whoa. I'm ready. Whoa, it's Sunday.
Lauryn Hill is late for everything. I think when she had her baby, she finally realized it like 3 days later and shit. She's
Now, all her babies were premature and they were born on time. That's what these girls are premature. No, they're going to be born on October 11th.
Yes, I love you, Lauren. Jeez Louise, I love you.
But on the real, have you heard what the next battle is going to be, and are you kind of excired?
Hell no! I heard the next battle was gonna be Nelly versus Ludacris.
No, man, I heard that it was MC Brain versus
Anyway,
I heard 69 Boys.
Whatever.
Boys.
Nah, for real. Hold up, Bishop, because I know what you about to do. But no, for real, like seriously, if it's Nelly versus Ludacris, I only want to hear one song by Nelly, and it was produced by the Neptunes, and that's Hot in Here. And the rest of the time, I would be like listening for Ludacris stuff.
And that's
what I'm saying?
And that's it.
I don't want to hear shit in Nelly's catalog.
But like Nelly,
I don't want to hear none of that.
Bishop, go ahead, Bishop. I know you trying
Air Force Ones, maybe. Air Force Ones, but
maybe. Maybe 2 songs by Nelly. That's it.
We got Tip Drill. Nelly brought us Tip Drill. Nelly brought us Tip Drill.
He brought y'all
BET Uncut Classic.
Yeah.
That shit should have won an EGOT. You know what I'm saying? He should have got an EGOT off of Tip Drill.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let's talk about country grammar. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Nelly had them hits for us. Nelly had hits for us. And I'm here for it. And you wouldn't really understand. You really wouldn't understand because it's just like we're waiting on a battle between Christopher Williams and I'll Be Sure too. Because it's time for us to come back to walk on the main event floor. You know what I'm saying?
This is about a light-skin battle for you.
Touchdown. Yeah,
First of all, that could never happen due to the simple fact of lighting itself. We will all have to dim our fucking computers down or put damn screen, dimmers down on our computers in order for that damn shit to pop off anyway. The only reason why shit is going good right now because you got 2 light skins and you got 3 chocolate delights over here that's canceling out.
What I'm gonna say is this right here. Listen here, Louis Gossip Jr. Listen here, Louis Gossip Jr. Where you will not sit here and talk to me in that manner and me standing here. You know what I'm saying? In my all I'm dark. I'm the dark side of light skin, so I can be brown skin sometimes too. And this right here, and I'm sick of you. When I'm looking at you, huh?
Who said that?
Listen. I'm not.
Bishop, tell him.
We got different shades.
You're not the dark. You're not the dark side of the light skins. You're not.
I am the dark side. I'm the dark side of light skin.
Who said?
He's Uncle Phil light. He Uncle Phil dark.
Right. I'm kind of like
he Uncle Phil dark.
Dark is standard, not the color.
We're not colorists. We don't practice colorism. We just joke about it.
All the time.
Sometimes these light skinned kids just get the fucking out of hand. Yo.
We just joke about colorism. That's all.
I hate everybody equally.
Eric Sermon versus Ninth Wonder. I don't want to see that either. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to see that.
Eric Sermon versus Ninth Wonder.
That's what Tim said. He want to see Eric Sermon versus Ninth Wonder.
Yeah,
Nah.
No.
Ninth don't want to battle nobody anyway.
Right, you don't want to do that.
He's basically said he said that, right? He said he's not.
Yeah, he said leave it to the gods.
No,
somebody told him to battle Pete, and he was like, "Are you crazy?" He's fucking crazy.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, it would. But
all right, give me your one hit wonder. If you know, Instagram only gave him Instagram only gave him
one song.
One hit wonder.
It would take us an hour to get that song.
What battle would you like to see?
Tracy Lee versus Smooth the Hustler.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
That's actually like 2 or 3 songs that they could go back to back on. Yeah. Shoot. I was gonna say Mims versus God, I can't even think about anybody who would battle Mims.
Young MC, Bust a Move. One day
I fucking hate that song.
Oh, Bust a Move. What? MC, are you talking about?
But you know what?
Young
Okay,
MC?
we're joking. We're joking, but Young MC probably still eating off that song.
Like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about, Rob. Somebody that's still eating off their one hit wonders. Who was not
on my playlist.
Oh, them who let the dogs out niggas. They probably still.
Yeah, the 69 boys, right?
No, it's somebody else. It's
What was that? Baja Boys or something?
Yeah. So Raph said he want to see Rakim versus KRS-One. Rakim ain't got enough songs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rakim got like a handful.
No, he could use
20-song battle.
Yeah, he could use the Eric B and Rakim stuff, and that's enough. Okay, that would be
enough.
But
I don't know. I'm with you, Rob. I'm with you. I don't know, dog.
KRS got
not enough.
Once KRS-One drop Rapture, it's a wrap. It's over.
It's done.
It's over.
Done
KRS got way too many songs, man. Rakim don't have the songs to
and they're not equally energy wise, right? I mean, they both have energy, but it's like KRS takes you
right. If you're worried about talking, KRS-One is going to talk during his battle. Now the reason why I did this.
Exactly. Snap versus that other motherfucker who did that song with the
Rob G. Cool Rob G. Yeah,
Cool Rob G. Chill Rob G.
Chill Rob G. Rob G.
Basically, I got the power battle.
Yeah.
I got
the power. No, them it sounds the blackness. You know what I'm saying? Optimistic.
They had 2 songs.
Versus I got the power.
Yeah.
Oh no, but I think we should do the Sounds of Blackness because of the, we're whole in the graduating time and nobody's really graduating walking. We could do the Sounds of Blackness, that song, and then that remix to Never Would Have Made It.
Oh, snap. Oh, not the remix. Real talk.
It's got the best squeaking.
Hey, but Bishop, for real, that song by Sounds of Blackness, that song that you just said,
Optimistic.
That song make you feel like you can run through a damn brick wall, boy.
Right.
Ladies, your head to the sky.
Yeah.
Never
when I hear that, I feel like I can lift up the damn earth like a mountain like the Hulk and shit.
Right. That's when you lift the whole gym. You think you pre-program and you lift the whole goddamn gym off of Optimistic.
Granddaddy IU.
Yeah.
Granddaddy.
IU. Yeah.
Hold on, Raph. Because Soul to Soul is one of my daddy's favorite groups, and they got plenty of songs. They got
hits, Raph.
Not that many songs. I'm into their catalog a little bit.
And Justin. Okay, Beans versus Jada. The only problem I have with that battle is that I just don't want to hear any of Jada's solo stuff during the battle. It will put me to sleep. And I love it.
Yo, you know the fuck I don't want to see ever battle or if they do this shit. Kim.
Little Kim?
Kim, like
Kim.
Kim.
Okay,
I'm gonna say this.
Because every fucking song uses that fucking ad. I can't hear that shit 3 times. You know, every song, girl.
Yeah.
I want to, girl. Come on, girl.
Whoa, what about Kim? What about Kim versus Kenny Lattimore?
No, I just don't want to hear Kim, girl. That's all you're gonna hear.
So Lisa said Joe versus Brian McKnight.
That might be dope.
I think, but Brian McKnight will smoke him on sheer hits alone.
I don't know though. That Joe got some up-tempo shit though.
All you do is Boricua, Boricua.
Yeah, Joe got some up-tempo shit though.
Okay, yeah.
I accidentally listened to the Best of Big Pun the other day, and it made me sad and happy at the same time.
I told you. I already told you about Big
Problematic. We got to separate the artists from the.
When you get in the car, and you turn on and your Bluetooth connects and it plays Twins, you can't turn it off.
She was dancing and smacking herself.
Right. That's what
Tim Moore. I got to give it to you on this one. I would love to battle myself.
Yeah.
Michael Leaf, I was just thinking about that like seconds before you posted that. We thinking about the same wavelength, bro. Joe versus Donnell Jones would be a better matchup.
Ooh.
But how many?
I would rather see Joe versus Case.
Jones have?
Joe versus Case, that would be dope too.
David Hollis against anybody. David Hollis against
David Hollis. You got to put David Hollis in there with somebody that's like Ruben Studdard or something like that.
I would put David. Well, no, I would say you can't put Carl Thomas in there because Carl Thomas only had that one album.
That one joint, you can't put Carl in there. Yeah, not some of David Hollis to you can't, son. You better get some.
David Hollis.
I mean,
and Michael Case had more than one song. Trust me on that. Case had more than one song.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He had the best witness song also too. Yeah. When he married 16-year-old
Blackstreet too? Man, fuck that shit.
Mary J. Blige versus Mariah Carey.
I was just
Wait. That's okay. So they don't necessarily match,
but they do.
But they do at the same time.
They don't match.
They
do. Yeah. Because you got to remember, Mariah with that fucking, she brought the fucking remix hard. Her and that old dirty bastard shit. She changed the game of fucking damn remixes with that shit, yo.
Yo, Justin, Maxwell versus Music. What about Maxwell versus D'Angelo?
Nah, man, not Maxwell. I would have to put Music against D'Angelo. I put Music against D'Angelo.
Oh, okay. Here's the ultimate. This is how we got to close this discussion. This has been good. Rap said, even though they both passed away, Prince versus Michael Jackson.
Of course.
Yeah.
Only if the ghosts come back and do it.
Hologram.
Okay,
I need the real actual. I need like the either the Prince or Michael Jackson zombie corpses doing it, or I need their spirits.
Nah, I don't need none of that.
Nigga got Michael Jackson body held up, moving the mouth like that.
But see, this is what I'm saying. So I mean, we could argue. I'm really mad about y'all enacting zombies right now on Straight to Tape. But yeah, Prince against Mike. Like, okay, so Mike said Prince is destroying Mike. I mean, no.
Yeah,
destroy is a strong word. Yeah, even though I am a Prince fan, I think that's a strong word. I think Prince would edge Michael Jackson out.
Right.
And it wouldn't be. It's kind of
you
like,
have to think. It's 20 songs. It's just 20 songs now. It's just 20 songs.
Michael Jackson.
You talking about young ass fucking Michael too? You got young ass fucking Michael too, man.
Listen, what I want to say is this right here. I saw Michael Jackson do this one time. Remember that HBO special everybody watched when he popped out with the bullet tear shit, and he just stood there and 6 motherfuckers passed out. You know what? I was like this. When you ain't do shit, I do this. 6 motherfuckers passed out. It was a dude. Let me say this right here. It was a dude in a wheelchair that was in an automatic wheelchair. He was passed out in a wheelchair, like
an
motherfucker over the
I hate
whole
you,
crowd.
Yo, bitch,
Hey,
my
hey,
aunt took me to the Bad concert. My aunt took me to the Bad concert.
Michael Jackson
Right?
live.
Yo, like you were saying, there were grown ass men. I'm talking muscular motherfucking dudes, and it wasn't because of the fucking heat or nothing.
Nope.
This motherfucker, everybody sitting there, they're just drinking and shit, and everybody just having a good time. And all of a sudden, this motherfucker comes out of stage, big dudes, limp, boom, gone. People having to pick him up, take him over to the craziest shit. That's when I knew that motherfucker had power, dog. That's when I knew Michael Jackson had fucking crazy ass power, dude. That shit.
Yeah, I'm good on passing out over a motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm really glad that you know, nobody has the power to just make me collapse and lose consciousness.
Why?
I don't know
Jill
how
Scott.
that.
Yeah. Exactly. Dude, like I said, I got this replay on in the background. I am trying to hold myself together. Okay.
We can finish the show. I'm tired of you today.
Lord.
Good
Yo,
point.
Tico.
Nah, it's just out.
Yo, Tico.
What?
Yo, man, you got something weird?
No. But yes, I do though. I do and I don't.
You do and you don't. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Tico's Theater of the Weird, I guess.
You know, with so much things going on in the world today, you know, famine, homelessness, you know, dogs and kennels, actresses without Botox. There's something going on in this world when Southern Europe could lose about $22 billion fighting over this deadly olive tree disease.
No, not the olive trees.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there is a fucking disease going on in olives, and it's fucking killing all of these olive trees, and they're trying to figure out what the hell it is, and they don't know what it is, and they say it's terrible. And so you know what the fuck that means. All your fucking olives that you love will go up in price. Olive oil, you know what I'm saying? Popeye can't even afford to take olive oil out anymore because she's fucking high in prices anymore.
Is this happening in Italy?
Yes, it's happening in Italy.
So it's a disease that's ravaging olive trees, olive crops, or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, Key, what we gonna do, yo? Because when we start, you know, getting back together to record straight to tape, you know, Key is my olive plug, yo.
Oh, well,
Yo,
I don't know. I don't think you can freeze them either, yo. I don't know.
You can't.
I've seen Rob demolish a whole bottle of olives real quick, like straight from the jar. Like they was just like,
no, we funny about our olives. We don't really eat them out of the jar.
Yeah, we bougie about our.
We're real funny about ours.
There's no cure for it at all, man. They don't know what the fuck it is. They don't know what it is. It's just killing fucking trees, son.
yo,
kill the olive trees, son.
Yo, olives, like you don't miss olives until you miss olives. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you like, you know what I mean? Because
I've only started eating olives in the last 5 years of my life. Olives and avocado.
What made you start eating olives?
Respect, Michael.
I don't know. Martinis.
If he said my charcuterie will not suffer, fix it.
Right, exactly. At you're trying to figure out a way to say it.
I don't even know what that is.
Yo, man,
charcuterie?
Yeah.
Never had charcuterie.
When Key,
Yes, you have.
chops up the little cheese and shit and has the olive spread,
When we get fancy. When we get fancy.
When we get fancy.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll get fancy soon.
Okay, I got you. You know what?
Stage 2 will open up. Oh, I've been wanting to say something before I do my thing, right? So there's still all these protests going on, but we're opening up slowly. And for people who are not in North Carolina, hopefully if there's some of y'all listening, nobody listens to us anyway. But the governor is taking a staged, data-driven approach to opening up activities in North Carolina. And it actually makes me proud to be a North Carolinian because we're going to see what happens in Georgia and California and other states that like don't fucking come up here. Like as bad as I want to see one of my best friends in the whole wide world in Atlanta, I'll see you next year, nigga. I'm not going.
Wow. Like that.
But and don't come up here. Don't come up here.
Don't.
Sorry, love you. But so North Carolina is really taking a very staged approach, data driven approach. And her last name is Cohen, I believe. Is it Cohen? She's like the head numbers boss woman for North Carolina. That's what I'm going to call her.
She's the H&I.
But no, she's not an N. Anyway, so she's like she's responsible for tabulating and reporting the data on the number of cases, and there's 7 or so different metrics that North Carolina is looking at on a regular basis, the daily basis actually, to determine how and what we continue to open up to get back to normal. But understanding that things are not going to be the way they were ever again.
Yep.
Right. So yeah, that's just it. So we're doing good here in North Carolina. So all the protesters, I mean, I guess their protests will slowly start to die down as we entered stage 2 and then stage 3, which is practically just everything opening back up again. So they
telling y'all, I'm letting the first batch go out first.
Right.
I'll gather with y'all as long as y'all are being safe and
So pretty much we got stage 1 was just open, goes to the 22nd. And then stage 2 starts on the 22nd, where the capacity goes up.
And that's if we meet those particular metrics, right? Exactly. Number of new cases, number of tests, number of this, number of that. So
and then stage 3 is 6 to 8 weeks after after stage 2.
Yep.
So
at any time they're continuing to study these data points, and at any time we could go back to full-blown lockdown or back to stage 1 or back to stage 2 or whatever.
It's gonna go up for the simple fact that people's been locked up, single motherfuckers have been locked up, and there's a whole bunch of humping about to go down, and they found that you can find it in the semen. So, you know what I'm saying? So, throw a glove on, fellas. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to, no face paintings. You don't need to put shit in people's eye. Are we
really doing this?
Yeah, no, we're not. No, we're not. Key, there, you got a verse for
it.
No,
I do. But first I will say that there in that study, there was found no sexual, like Zika was sexually, they found that Zika was sexually transmitted. They have not found in that study that.
I just want to say I hate Tico, but go ahead, Kendra. I'm sorry.
They have not found that COVID is sexually transmitted.
Oh, they ain't found 2 sick horny.
But if you're not married, you should be using condoms anyway, so it really shouldn't fucking matter.
I hate him.
And I think that I'm going to, I think this is my 3rd week in a row where my verse is about empathy, right? So when you have empathy for people that don't look like you, it makes a big difference in a lot of things. Like if the dad and son had empathy for Ahmaud Arbery, then he may really still be alive today. Or if the DA in that county had empathy for Ahmaud Arbery, they would have been in jail and we would have been a lot farther along than we are now, instead of her blocking the arrest. Or if the armed police officers from the county and the city had empathy for the people living in the house in Sampson County, then they wouldn't be about to file a civil lawsuit, and they wouldn't have lost their fucking jobs. I just really feel like people are not willing fully to treat people like they want to be treated. And that's exactly what empathy is, right? I would never do something to somebody that I would not fully expect be done to me. And the fact that people are so quick to judge someone who they don't know and know nothing about is disheartening. And every day I have to send my kids out into this world that lacks empathy. And our president lacks empathy. The entire administration, in my eyes, lacks empathy. Uh, and it just can solve so many things. Because if you're able to, for a second, put yourself in someone else's shoes, you would not want. I have a great life. Don't get me wrong. This definitely does not. My concern for my kids does not consume my life. It doesn't. It can't. It could, but I don't let it. If you, as a parent that doesn't look like me, could for a moment feel the fear that I feel and the fear that we feel as parents, as of Black kids, then I think that you would change a lot of your thought process. And I think that you would have discussions with your racist ass friends about their actions, or you would ostracize them um, in order to get to where we need to be. And that's what it's going to take. It's going to take Black and brown people cannot do this by ourselves. We need the alliance of white people in America. And that alliance calls for you to speak out. I don't need you to just pat me on the back when I'm crying and I'm sad because something else like this has happened.
Right.
That's not what I need. I need you to speak up and speak out to your community, the people, because we congregate with like, right? There may be some intertwining circles, or there may be some, but for the most part, we hang out with and congregate with and fellowship with those that are like us. It's just the nature of things, and that's okay. I need you to talk to your circles and tell them that shit like this is not okay. And if you continue to do shit like this, then we just can't, I just can't fuck with you anymore. That's what it's going to take. It's going to take white people that say that they are our allies and they support us to make uncomfortable decisions for their own personal lives in order to shift this country forward and away from racism. If not, it's going to continue to grow and breed in families as it has, as we see from this most recent example, and it's going to perpetuate across all of time. There has to be a stopgap somewhere, and we're not the stopgap. They don't give a fuck about us or what we say or what we think or how we think. There's always an excuse or shit. Digging up my I don't have one, but if I had a misdemeanor for shoplifting a pen back when I was 12 years old. And so that negates the whole other 40 years of my life. 38 years of my life. 9, 12, whatever. But it's going to take white people who say they are our allies, to speak out against these type of injustices and the thought process behind these type of injustices in their own circles. That's what it's going to take, because they don't give a fuck about what I say. So those people who say they're our allies, let's have a little empathy for people like me, and all of us on this panel are parents, and we are concerned every single time our kids leave our sight about things that you don't really have to be concerned about at all. That's it.
And that was beautiful. That was
Yeah,
beautiful.
man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, look, it's another hard body edition of Straight to Tape. However, check out our Check us out on all of our podcasting platforms. Check out the link tree on our page. Follow us on our social media platforms on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. You know, follow us. I mean, what we're trying to do is be your favorite podcast. You know how we do. Yo, Rob,
You.
yo, man, yo, give the people give the people that's joined us our shout outs as well.
Hey, and first of all, I want to shout out our long-standing sponsor, www.bartendingunlimited.com. Check
Yes,
them
yes,
out.
yes,
Go
yes.
check them out. So yeah, I mean, we got a usual gang of suspects, man, on the check-in. We got Aisha, Raphael, Andre. Shout out to y'all, man. Hey, Michael Heath, man, thanks for joining us, brother. Thanks for your your kind words, man. We appreciate you, man. Candace on the check-in, she's a regular now. We got Felicia in the building. Everybody, man, that checks in on the comments. Lisa came through, one of my high school buddies, you know what I'm saying? Portia, Tiffany came through. Just shout out to everybody. Angie came through. Latricia, she's here on the regular. You know what I'm saying? My man Tim, of course, Ethan in the building. So listen, y'all. Nayette came through. So Angie, yeah, I shouted out Angie. Who else? My man Justin. Anyway, man, y'all, thank you everybody for participating. Again, like, follow the page, subscribe, be a part of the notification gang. You see what I'm saying? So you can, be up on all the straight to tapes happenings. And I mean, that's it, man. Thank you, man. Just thank y'all. We love y'all. Thanks for your support, man.
Tika, what are
Appreciate
you doing?
Uh,
Yo, I want to say our rest in
Yeah.
pieces
Oh yes.
to Jerry Stiller passed away this morning, I believe. Ben Stiller's dad. He was still active and acting
Funny dude,
at his
man.
time of
Funny.
death. Funny
I
dude.
really got to check his old black and white stuff out, like him and his wife back in the day, like when they first started. I really need to go check his stuff out, man. It's fucking hilarious, dude, man.
The great Betty Wright. I have to articulate that because yesterday in the yard for Mother's Day, we were in the yard and my parents were on the porch. I was like, Daddy, Betty Wright died. He said, Betty White. I said, no, Betty Wright passed away.
So
The
rumors
cleanup
get
woman.
started.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got that a couple of
exactly.
times yesterday too. So.
Yep.
Betty, the realest song ever.
The cleanup woman is a woman who so rest in peace to Betty Wright. She was only 66 years old, yo. Which means she was super young when she was singing them old nasty
Yes,
songs that she had.
Oh, tonight is the
And
night.
then rest in peace for real for one of the pioneers of rock and roll, like one of the pillars of rock and roll, Little Richard. Like without Little Richard, there'd probably be no James Brown, no Jimi Hendrix. Like there's so many
No
people that
Thank you.
right. I
Keep it
mean,
real,
but I
keep
mean,
it
those
real.
two are direct association. Like they played with Little Richard at the beginning of their careers. So yeah, that's shit is sad. But rest in peace. It's that's the thing about like creating when you're here on this earth is that you'll never die. Like you'll never die. You'll be gone in body, and we say that about everybody, but you're definitely here with spirit, and you left shit to prove it. So, rest in peace to all these great artists.
And
Also, we
also
gotta
Andre
Kid,
Harrell.
yeah, you got to acknowledge.
Oh yeah, Andre. That's
Yeah,
right.
Andre
Andre
Harrell.
Harrell.
fast.
Andre Harrell. Yeah.
Oh, Andre Harrell, Lord.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So without Andre, I mean,
There will be no Bad Boy.
There wouldn't have been
Thank
Bad
you.
Boy. And the ill shit is that Diddy came and took over. Bad Boy just came and took over and just blew up to the point where Andre couldn't compete type shit.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then his record label eventually folded. So like Andre put Diddy on. You feel me?
Mhm.
And really, without Andre, we could say we wouldn't have even heard it. I mean, it's his reach in hip hop is and R&B is so deep that we may not have had that battle this past Saturday night.
Yep.
Thank you.
Had it
Yep.
not been for
Yeah.
Andre Harrell.
Yep.
His reach is so deep in music that
Yeah.
it just goes underrated and
And they
understated.
forget, Rob, but they forget he has the eye, he has the ear for the streets and the music for the simple fact of him, Dr. Juggler, Mr. Hot.
Yep.
Yep.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, Andre Helga spit too, so that's what people forget, yo. But there were absolutely no Puffy without him.
Yeah. Don't get it twisted.
Absolutely. All right.
All right. Bishop, what you got going on this week, my man?
Not a damn thing. This was it. Actually, no. I got to tell Julie Ratchet on IG Live. I just sent the boys. They finally looked at this. I was like, yo, check this out. So we might be on this platform too. So, but we're gonna be on Facebook Live, IG Live. So check us out. You know what I'm saying? Tell the dress. I don't think I'm doing comedy this week, but I might. So stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? I might do some more comedy from the crib or whatever. I think the last show. How did I do? I did okay? Did I do okay? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you killed it, bro.
You killed it, man.
Okay, cool.
I'm not saying it because you're a friend and a teammate, but you killed that shit. Bro.
Okay, cool. I was worried about being heavy dick jokes at the beginning. But listen, you know what I'm saying? But
Wait. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk offline.
Yeah.
I want to say this right here. Tico.
Yes.
On Netflix right now, they have Terry Crews playing John Henry. I thought
Yes.
Damn it, you motherfucker. I was trying not to say shit.
You're trying to get kicked off the show right now. You're truly trying to get kicked off the show right now.
Good night.
All right. It was going smooth. It was going smooth. I didn't even say anything, okay? I didn't even lead him on. And then here you go. We almost made it.
We almost made it.
You know. Yes, I have, son. I have seen it. You know.
No, Tico, no, I'm gonna say this, okay? He called us, all right. He called us, and it was like it felt like an emergency. We're here listening, and he's like, "Oh yeah, John Henry movie is on," and we all hung up on him.
like this.
Collectively.
Yeah.
What?
The hang up. Not
What?
not the touch
The
screen
cell phone hang up.
though.
It was
right.
reminiscent of the old landline hang up.
What
hung up
Negro
on this
click? Boom.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing hit harder is than my damn Tupac shirt.
Super dope.
It's fucking John Henry.
Okay.
So,
and if you follow Straight to Tape, as you know,
Damn it.
Tico and I are embroiled in a t-shirt battle. And he hurt my feelings at the beginning of the show when he showed
2 weeks.
His shirt.
He's got a
But
2 week lead on you, bro.
How he got a 2 week lead? Last week I bombed atomically, nigga.
No,
Yep.
you bombed atomically, but he had Wilford Brimley on his chest. Done.
He had that Wilford Brimley t-shirt, man. You had that shirt, bro. He just reran it. Come on, fam.
I'm sorry, man. No,
on,
I gotta give him last week, man.
I give it to Rob.
Rob had last week. Tico had 2 weeks in a row though.
No, I'm sorry.
Hey, I have an idea. Why don't you guys just send me pictures of your dope t-shirts? I'll just post them on the page with a poll and let the people vote.
That means more
Let
interaction.
me tell you something, man. I must have some wax in my ear because when I heard you when you was like, you know what, you all should send me some pics of your dick, and I was like, what the hell she saying? Then into my ear, my fucking shit went out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Straight. And I got a t-shirt coming. It's in the mail, bro. I'm coming for you next week. It's already
Checks
in the mail. Yeah.
Checks in the mail.
But this has been Straight to Tape, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, like I said, like, follow,
Yes, Andre.
share,
Diabetes. Wilford
all that
Brimley.
type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't have anything else, if we'd like to open the doors of the church right now, and yeah,
The doors of the church ain't never open. Close the damn show out.
Thank you for the comedian Tico de Gallo.
Yo, take it easy. If you can't take it easy, just don't take it at all.
The quintessential hip hop mom, Keisha with a Y.
Later.
And of course, social media assassin, Big Rob.
the pleasure has been yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your man, C. Perry Elise II. And as always,
Wait, Teddy don't get to say bye?
we
I
already
don't never
got
get
him.
to say bye.
Yeah, exactly. We already got him when I told him what's going on this week. That's his
Okay.
part. I mean, I mean, Bishop, we here, right?
I'm sorry, I got confused when he came back. He changed his name again. I'm sorry, my bad. Damn it.
Nah, that's okay.
Damn it.
Bloopers live on
Yeah,
Straight
you
to
know what
Tape.
I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. But look, it's your man C. Perry Elysia II. As always, ladies and gentlemen, let's get active. Enjoy your week. We out.
Love y'all.
Shimmy yam, shimmy yay.
S2 Tears.